confidence, control, knowledge, safety, success, investing, making money, money school. What are stocks and bonds? That's where you'll start and move rapidly into the how-tos of working with a broker, buying stocks and bonds, reading the financial pages, and so much more. Craig Lewis, certified financial planner and longtime money manager, will be your guide through the financial jungle. The goal is for you to gain the knowledge you need to make informed decisions and succeed. And now your guide, Craig Lewis.
You can borrow money to buy stocks or borrow for other uses using your stocks, bonds, and mutual funds as collateral in a margin account. Depending upon the brokerage firm, various securities have certain percentages that can be loaned against, if at all. You'll need to ask the broker for that firm's margin policy and ask about your specific security. You'll need to open a margin account and either deliver the securities to be held in street name or purchase the securities and hold them in street name. Let's look at an example of buying 1,000 shares of a $10 stock. The broker has told you that you can borrow 50% of the value, so you buy the stock using $5,000. Your initial margin requirement was 50% of the value of the stock. If the stock goes down in value, would it cause a margin call? A margin call is when the brokerage firm tells you you owe more money. For this example, your initial margin requirement was 50%. But your maintenance margin requirement is 25% of equity. Let's look at this example. 1,000 shares at $10 is $10,000. I'm only going to deposit $5,000 since I'm able to borrow $5,000. When the stock gets down to 25%, then I'm going to have a margin call, which means the stock could get down to 6 3/4 or a little below. The stock could get to $6,666 before I'd have a margin call, because I would only have 25% of equity at that point. That's called maintenance margin. So if you use margin, you'll have your initial margin of 50% and a minimum maintenance margin of 25%. Some of the brokerage firms are even different. So be careful and always check with your broker. Selling short. You want to buy low and sell high. It doesn't matter which you do first. So you can sell a stock you don't own. It's called selling short. You think a $40 stock is likely to go down in value. You tell your broker that you want to sell 100 shares short. The broker will make sure that the firm can borrow the stock for you. If all is well, you will deposit enough money or securities into your margin account to buy the stock if you have to. You will then sell the stock. Normally it is a good idea to set a stop order to buy the stock if it goes up quickly. You can then at a later date buy the stock and close the transaction. That's selling short. The next kind of tax incentive investment I want to talk about is the deferred annuity. An annuity is a contract with an insurance company. Much like the cash value buildup inside of an insurance policy, your money compounds without being taxed. Deferred annuities come in basically two kinds. The fixed annuity works much like a bank CD, though not insured. The insurance company guarantees you a fixed rate for a fixed period. The variable annuity works like a tax-deferred mutual fund. You bear the risks of market fluctuations and normally can choose from a family of funds. They will normally have redemption charges if you get out within the first few years. They will normally allow you to take 10% out each year without any redemption fee at all. That's the deferred annuity, because the interest, while it is growing, is tax deferred. Now let's say you put $10,000 into it and it has grown to $20,000. You have two or three choices. You can liquidate the entire annuity, and then you will have to pay tax on all $10,000 it is earned. Or you can annuitize. You say, I put money in here for my retirement. Now I want a monthly income for the next 10 years or for the rest of my life. The insurance company will figure out what they think they can pay you for the rest of your life. and then if you die before they thought, then they've made some money. Or you can annuitize this policy not only for life, but for the next 10 years for sure. So if I die, the insurance company won't just take it all. It is called a lifetime annuity with 10 years certain. So you have the deferred side that grows and the immediate payout side, which is annuitized. We also have the combination annuity. On a $100,000 investment, you put $50,000 on the deferred side. In 7 years at over 10%, it will have about $100,000. Then you take the other side and do an immediate annuity with steady income for 7 years until there is nothing left. The advantage to this is there is no market fluctuation involved. Normally you can get a little higher yield than you can on tax-exempt bonds. On the income side, every interest payment you get is part interest and part principal. The interest will be taxable, the principal will not. So there are some tax advantages. You have the $50,000 on the deferred side growing tax deferred. And you have the $50,000 on the immediate side with some tax advantages because it is part principal and part interest.